Hello and thank you all for watching this lunar month, this lunation of the month of May of 2015. Well, the lunar month is the pulsation of the couple Earth, Moon, new moon, marks each month a new collective inspired whose energy is characterized by the global context of that famous meeting of the sun with the moon. This is a day each month things will begin where a sort of cosmic fertilization occurs where the dynamic is taking place. The monthly view of the world is located halfway between mundane astrology, at first astrology, which looks at the collective, and astrology genethliac, studying the birth chart. For all of us, the new moon induces the new dynamic area of our existence defined by our theme. The appointment of the sun and the moon takes place this in the 18th, 27 degrees of Taurus at the end of the last decanate. So, if you are born by this day, or if planet or any axis of your chart is near at the end of Taurus or early Gemini, you are directly concerned. This means to your new impetus, new momentum, or a crisis, depending on the configuration on this theme. The general climate of this lunar cycle is a continuous tension between the dissonance of Uranus-Pluto square loosens up, the general climate of crisis remains. If we are to believe the dissonance between Saturn and Pluto, noticeable from the first days of June, and threatening structures, rules, ethical principles, economical and ecological made in the broadest sense. At the individual level, these trends favor the abuse of power, conflict, procedures, and inequality, particularly weekends, the first day of mutable signs that can make us impotent. The couple of the Sun Mars conjunction, which remains fixed throughout the month, gives passion to impulse, and combative impulse is paramount of importance in Gemini from 21st of May. The games may be especially verbal, will be affected by all those celebrating this birthday is month and other mutables. The slowed communications, Mercury's emotions, spans almost an entire lunar month, May 19th to June 11th, indicating a lack of fluidity and efficiency in all forms of exchange. However, it is time for reflection, meditation, introspection, and its core values, especially for the two decanates of the metal signs in immutable signs. Conclusion, difficulty to rely on communication to soothe conflicts and passions. This month, however, meditation and writing can be good ways to control them. Calendar of May 18th. Well, a contrasting atmosphere. The trend today is ambiguous, as if the planets pushing and pulling to one another. The dynamic action and potential is quite powerful. You will want to take the bull by the horns to act and to fight. But the constraints, limitations, and breaks will be by some. So it's a day, a month, where you must win by coping with the limits, rules, various responsibilities, and obligations. And where the initiatives launched may be delayed, especially if one is born in the end of a fixed sign or in the beginning of a mutable sign. May 19th, trade to slow down. That is, for example, an air sign. Aquarius, masculine, and says, from that day until June 11th, Mercury's emotion invites reflection, maturation of ideas and exchanges, communication and movements slowed. A period preferable avoided to launch projects or make resolutions. A conclusion to a problem. We wait until June 11th. Mercury will focus on the first two decanates of Gemini and by reflection to the other mutables. May 21st through May 22, the opposition of Venus and Pluto brings face-to-face symbolic couple of arrows and thanatos, passion, flare-ups, stimulating desire, jealousies, and the whole games for the second decadence of cardinal signs, with the risk of falling into pathos. In any case, the atmosphere is neither warm nor the reason. May 23, face-to-face with the reality principle, reason, responsibilities, limits, or even frustrations, and feelings of failure in this climate of this Saturnian day of Baudelaires' atmosphere, especially for the beginning of the first decadent of mutable signs, and for the second decadent of cardinal signs, which must mobilize new resources to overcome these obstacles, but also to assimilate the imposed constraints. The new moon happening on May 18th, Jupiter or joy. Illuminated by the moon that day, Jupiter in Leo shines in all its glory. A day of joy, radiance, glory, and perhaps certainly happy to be at the right place at the right time, to feel organized, to feel recognized. This is what lives in the second decadent of Leo, priority as well as other signs of Mel. A real Sunday, lively and light to the savor for most of us. May 25th to June 2nd, stormy weather, emotions overwhelm minds. Why capitulates to these overflows? May 25th especially combines these passionate trends, first decadent of mutable signs, with a climate of rapture, sun change, cardinal signs on the border of second and final decadence. Difficulty to stay on course in this stormy sea. Whenever possible, take a step back and save time. June 5th, dynamic renewal. Tensions, on the other hand, perhaps caused by the discovery of the hidden, especially for the second decadent of Capricorn and other cardinals, resulting in sporting initiatives or the release of creative potential, second decadent of masculine signs. June 6th, a link that tightens up. Commitment is this day and looks to long term, especially emotionally. We feel the need to stabilize, to secure, to fix. All agree on the duration. This is especially the concerns of the first decadent of male signs. June 8th through June 9th, 2 beautiful days under this sign of triumph of life. Energy, renewal will benefit primarily the masculine signs at the edge of the second decadent. June 10th through June 11th, positive, encouraging. The Uranian surprises carry signs of male. The second decadent limits it to a refreshing revival, with the exception of perhaps Aries and Libra, who may be baffled at the first decadent of mutable signs by unexpected events or electric discussions. 11th, June 11th, Mercury rings the presumption of exchanges, dialogues, communications, and travel delayed by the beginning of the lunar months. The first decadent of mutable, more than others, will feel the impact of this new momentum. June 14th, explosive tendencies. Human relationships are particularly subject to the impulses, which will be difficult to control: anger, impatience, criticism, rejection. Notice to the first decadence of mutable signs. The fixed signs limits the first and second decant. Cardinals, second limits and decadent. You are in the front row, stay in control. This lunation will test all or less according to our theme. The passions and emotions seem all powerful to face dialogue, laborious, and especially to the limits, become barely perceptible. To us, find the face of these chaotic tendencies, a response that cannot, in my view, only be in respect of personal ethics. Have a good month, and hope to see you in the next Lunation month report happening on June 12th. Thank you all for watching.